How have you been able to transform that fear, or even the fear of discomfort? How have you been able to transform that?
The fear and discomfort of changing you have to have more of a desire to move forward and be more of a discontent of staying where you are and being and feeling the way you feel now has to be greater than moving forward into something better.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the garbage has to be stronger than being stuck.
Yeah. A lot of times clients will say that they don't want to relive the trauma or relive their, negative experiences. How did you know it was going to be different and that you weren't going to relive that?
Because I've already lived it. And I didn't need to live it again. I've already lived it. It was moving from it into a better place, a better me, a more truthful me, because a lot of our past is filled with lies that people tell us, treat us, and so part of the journey is moving out away from that into who God says we are.
Love it.
And He doesn't make junk. You've given me the safe space in which to do this. You've taught me how to do this. A lot of times I think we are maybe reluctant to take this journey because we are so overwhelmed we don't know where to start. We don't have any of the tools. We're afraid we will get started and get in the deep end and not know how to swim through it. There's a lot of fear there, and you made this so comfortable in the uncomfortable. And I always felt safe and always had permission to express or show whatever needed to be expressed and shown, whether it was crying, whether it was anger, whether it was frustration, whether it was joy. You could do it all. And some days we did it all.
All right. Go ahead and share with me, what has your transformation journey been like?
Overwhelming.
Okay.
At times. Freeing, for sure.
And so overwhelming sounds a little destructive. What makes you continue to show up and to put in the effort and do the work?
Well, the overwhelming part is not so much destructive, just there's a lot of stuff to unpack and go through. It's kind of like getting ready to move. When you are getting ready to move into a new place, and whether you're going to a bigger house or a smaller house, every time you move, you go through stuff. And sometimes you find boxes that have been packed away for years, and you start to unpack them and go through them, which brings memories. And this journey is the same way. There's things that get triggered, things that you remember that you thought you had forgotten or you wanted to forget. Well, you have to unpack all that and work through it in order to heal it. And that's the overwhelming part sometimes.
So how has the breath helped you to, experience or transform the overwhelm?
It has helped me to breathe through that feeling of being overwhelmed so that I can continue to move through it and keep unpacking and keep working on healing those parts. And part of the healing of the parts is not taking on feelings that are not mine to take on.
And that has to be freeing.
Mm-hmm.
How would you characterize so much of your life prior to now? So much of your life has been what?
Heavy, a lot of dark places, and when they weren't dark, they were gray. There's been a lot of light too, but a lot of my life has been dark and heavy, secret, very hard to carry. It's like walking through life in cement shoes. I had that vision today when we were breathing. For some reason, my feet felt today like I had my shoes on still.
Oh.
And I didn't.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And so how does your life feel now after you've acknowledged the heavy, the sadness, the shadowy, because of the burdens and the responsibilities and the secrets? How does your life feel now?
It's definitely lighter, freer. When I got done breathing today, I felt giddy. And I had a vision of like chiffon floating through the air on a breeze. That kind of reminded me of the night that my husband passed away. I had this feeling of that piece of chiffon going through his body and then through my body and out. I imagine that probably was his spirit leaving, but
yeah,
it's that same
yeah
type of feeling.